Listen to me very carefully. The calendar is about to flip, and most people are already lying to themselves. They're waiting for January 1st to magically fix a life they've spent the last 12 months destroying. They think a new year brings a new version of them, but the math doesn't work that way. If you enter 2026 with the same weak mind, the same soft habits, and the same lack of direction, 2026 isn't going to be your year. It's just going to be another 365 days of you watching other people win while you rot in the comfort of your own excuses. The world doesn't care about your resolutions, it cares about your results, and results are the byproduct of habits. If you want a life that 99% of people don't have, you have to start doing what 99% of people aren't willing to do. You need to upgrade your operating system before the clock strikes midnight. This isn't just a list of things to do. This is a blueprint for a total identity shift. Do not enter 2026 without these 10 habits. Habit number 1, the kill switch for instant gratification. We live in an era of dopamine junkies. Everyone is scrolling, everyone is reacting, and everyone is seeking a hit of pleasure without earning it. If you want to dominate 2026, you must install a kill switch. The average person spends 4 to 6 hours a day on their phone, consuming the lives of others while their own life stays stagnant. Your brain has been programmed to seek the easy path. When you feel a tiny bit of stress, you reach for your phone. When you feel a little bit of boredom, you open an app. You are a slave to an algorithm designed by people who want to keep you poor and distracted. To break this, you must master the art of monk mode intervals. Starting now, you dedicate 4 hours of your morning to deep work with 0 notifications, no music with lyrics, no checking texts, no just one quick look at Instagram. When you kill instant gratification, you force your brain to find pleasure in progress. You become dangerous because you can stay focused when everyone else is looking for an exit. Most people are losing because they can't sit in a room alone with their own thoughts for 10 minutes. If you can control your attention, you can control your bank account, your body, and your future. Habit number 2, radical ownership of every single failure. Stop blaming the economy. Stop blaming your parents. Stop blaming your boss or the toxic people in your life. The moment you blame an external force for your situation, you give that force power over you. If it's their fault, then they have to change for your life to get better, and they won't. Entering 2026 requires a total ownership mindset. If you are out of shape, it's because you ate the food and skipped the gym. If you are broke, it's because you prioritized entertainment over education. If you are lonely, it's because you haven't become the type of person people want to be around. When you take 100% responsibility, it's terrifying at first because you realize you are the villain in your own story. But then it becomes your greatest strength, because if you are the problem, you are also the solution. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you a golden ticket. The hero you've been waiting for is looking back at you in the mirror, and he's tired of your lies. Start owning your mistakes with the same energy you use to claim your wins. This habit alone will put you years ahead of your peers who are still waiting for the right circumstances. Habit number 3, the 5 a.m. victory lap. You've heard it 1,000 times, and you've ignored it 1,000 times. Why? Because it's hard, and that is exactly why you must do it. Most people wake up in a state of defense. Their alarm goes off, they hit snooze, they drag themselves out of bed, and they immediately start responding to the world's demands. They are losing before the day even begins. When you wake up at 5 a.m. or even 4 a.m., you are operating in a world that is silent. There is no noise, no emails, no expectations. This is where champions are made. While your competition is dreaming, you are sweating. While they are unconscious, you are conscious of your goals. Waking up early isn't just about getting more hours in the day. It's about winning the first battle of the day against your own comfort. Every time you get up when your body screams to stay under the covers, you are building a muscle called discipline. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It only cares what you do. By the time the rest of the world is sipping their first coffee at 9 a.m., you already worked out, read, and completed your most difficult task. You aren't just ahead, you are playing a different game entirely. If you want to be in the top 1%, stop sleeping like the bottom 99%. Contrast this with your current life. How many mornings have you wasted? How many fresh starts have you squandered? 2026 will be the same unless you change the way you open your eyes. The morning is the rudder of the ship. If you don't control the rudder, the waves of life will toss you wherever they want. Listen, motivation is a scam. It's a feeling that comes and goes like the weather. If you only work when you feel motivated, you will be inconsistent for the rest of your life. Success isn't reserved for the motivated, it's reserved for the disciplined. As we move closer to 2026, you need to understand that your mind and your body are not separate entities. If one is weak, the other will eventually crumble. Habit number 4, high-intensity physical transmutation. Most people treat the gym like a social club or a chore they have to check off. They go, they scroll on their phones between sets, they sweat a little, and they leave. That is not what I'm talking about. To enter 2026 as a superior version of yourself, you need to use physical exercise as a form of mental torture and then triumph. Your body is the only house you are forced to live in for the rest of your life. If you are soft, your mind becomes soft. When you push your body to the point where it wants to quit and you force it to do one more rep, one more mile, or one more minute, you are teaching your brain that you are the boss. You are transmuting physical pain into mental power. In 2026, the world will get harder. The economy will get more competitive. AI will replace the mediocre. If you don't have the physical stamina to work 16-hour days when necessary, you will be left behind. Stop treating your body like a garbage can. Stop feeding it poison and expecting it to perform like a Ferrari. Real confidence doesn't come from affirmations in the mirror. It comes from looking in the mirror and knowing you've put in the work that others were too lazy to do. Build a body that commands respect without you saying a single word. Habit number 5, the no-fly zone for your mind. Your mind is a garden. If you don't actively plant seeds of greatness, weeds of anxiety, doubt, and comparison will grow automatically. Most of you are letting anyone and everyone walk through your mental garden with muddy boots. You listen to gossip, you watch mindless news, you follow influencers who make you feel inadequate, and you wonder why you feel stuck. You must create a no-fly zone for your mind. This means being ruthlessly selective about the information you allow in. In 2026, attention is the new currency. If you aren't paying for the product, you are the product. Every piece of content you consume is either building your future or destroying it. Start reading books that have stood the test of time, philosophy, history, psychology. Stop reading fast food content that gives you a temporary high but no real substance. If a piece of information doesn't help you get richer, stronger, or wiser, it's noise. Cut the noise. Learn to love silence. It is in the silence that the best ideas are born. If you can't sit in a room for 30 minutes without craving a screen, you are a digital slave. Break the chains before the new year starts. Habit number 6, ruthless financial auditing. Let's talk about money. Most people are broke not because they don't earn enough, but because they have a poverty mindset. They spend money they haven't earned to buy things they don't need to impress people they don't even like. If you enter 2026 with consumer debt and no investments, you are gambling with your freedom. A habit you must master is the delayed gratification audit. Before every purchase, ask yourself, will this item make me better, or does it just make me look better? If it's the latter, put it back. You don't need the latest iPhone. You don't need the designer shoes. You need assets. You need a war chest. Money is a tool for freedom, but if you don't respect it, it will become your master. Start tracking every single cent. When you know where your money goes, you know where your life is going. Success in 2026 requires capital. Capital to start businesses, capital to invest when the market dips, and capital to buy back your time. Stop playing the status game and start playing the wealth game. The status game is played by people who want to look rich. The wealth game is played by people who are rich. Choose your side now. Habit number 7, the power of no. The reason you are overwhelmed and unproductive isn't because you have too much to do. It's because you say yes to too many things that don't matter. You say yes to coffee dates with people who drain your energy. You say yes to projects that don't align with your goals. You say yes to family drama that isn't your business. Every time you say yes to something unimportant, you are saying no to your future. By 2026, your no must be stronger than your yes. People will call